Okay. So, DJ.
Yeah.
We have a question.
Oh, what's your question?
So, why do you have a spoon?
Ooh, Hey, what's up, fam? I am DJ, your host today, and today we have our lovely special guests. Today we're going to be talking about the vaping and drug epidemic in youth. Could you guys just go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell a little bit about your story and why you're here today?
Hi, I'm Angie. I'm part of RIZE's youth board. I joined RIZE because I've seen how addiction can harm people and how it harms their relationships and stuff. And I wanted to provide a safe space for my peers or my family members, anybody to go reach out and be like, hey, I need help because I'm struggling with this and that. Da, da, da.
I'm Kaya. I'm also part of the youth board, and I joined RIZE because my parents were both addicts, and I unfortunately lost my dad to addiction. So that pain that I faced really drove me to help others and to help prevent more pain in other people's lives.
Awesome.
Let's hear an introduction from DJ now.
Awesome. Well, my name is DJ. I'm hosting today's segment. I am also a part of the RIZE Prevention Youth Board. I really care about making sure that all youth do not deal with any addiction, if that be drugs or alcohol, anything like that. Vaping definitely. And I do not really have any background in it, or I haven't really seen it through my family or anything like that, which I really have grace for. However, I really just feel that it's just very beneficial to just come here or do other things being on the RIZE Prevention Youth Board that make a difference every day. Alrighty, so we are going to start. We're going to do our first question. So our first question today is going to be, what do you think the biggest reason is people are turning to vaping or e-cigarettes in youth and starting to become that a big thing?
I feel like recently it's been more normalized among, the younger generation because they advertise it like it's candy. And they make these flavors that seem like it's so cool. There's some vapes that have games on it, and I think kids see it and see other people doing hey, that's cool. I want to try to do that, and then they get hooked onto it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just they're not seeing the actual dangers of it because all they see is that their friends are doing it, their families are doing it, so it's okay to them. It's they don't want to be left out almost. It's the FOMO of it. So they're really just doing it just to fit in and not really thinking about the consequences that'll have in their future.
Yeah, definitely. All right. The next question we have is a lot of people think it's harmless water vapor. Why do you think that's such a big misunderstanding? And what do you think the inside decisions of that are?
So people see it as the water vapor flavored. It's because they actually haven't done any of the research to look into what it truly is. Because if you get down to what a vape really is, it's pure chemicals and just poison for you. There's literal rat poison in vapes, and there's only a very few that are FDA certified, and they're not even certified. They just say that. But people a lot of the vapes come from China, and they don't have to put in what's actually in the vape. So you really don't know what's in it at all. It could be just a million chemicals, which is just think about what that is doing to your lungs.
Yeah, to piggyback off of that, not many people, they don't do the research on it. They don't actually check. They just do it because they think it looks cool, it tastes good. They like doing tricks with it. But that oil that they put in there, it literally gets stuck in your lungs, and it over time it builds up. It's when I don't even know what example I was trying to use, but a candle that you the oil goes up in the air, but it kind of gets stuck on your wall. Same thing with cigarettes. After a while, your windows and your walls start turning a certain color because all that oil is still getting stuck in there, and you can't just go in and just take it out. It's not much you can do for that.
Yeah, totally. And then why do you think, or what do you think there is that people or youth can do to stay away from that addiction? Kids that are trying to stay away from it or trying to stop that addiction, what do you think they can do?
I think they need to look for what their true root is of why they are turning to vaping as a resort for their, because usually it's a resort for their pain, and a lot of the time it's a mental pain that's inside of them. So they really need to look down into like what is causing them this much pain that they feel the need to be turning to something that is so harmful and will eventually kill them at a point. So it really comes down to why they are doing this and why they feel the need to. A lot of the people, they feel the need to because they see other people doing it and they don't see that it's harmful for them. But others do it because they see that their families have done it. And a lot of the time, like with me, my dad, whenever he didn't have like his drugs or anything, he'd get so depressed. It'd be like a depression, which is the withdrawals. But in the real time, like, and then that's what I saw. And I saw, oh, when you're sad, you need something like a pacifier. You need something to cover up the pain that you're feeling. So that's why they turn to that as like a pain reliever. And that's why a lot of the time with addiction, it's so hard to come out of it because it's like the pain that you feel within, you're suppressing so much that when you start going through withdrawals and everything, that pain just resurfaces and it becomes so much to handle.
Your body just gets used to the fact that like that the vapes or like weed or anything like artificially puts drugs in your body or like the chemicals in your brain that's supposed to help you actually find like what makes you actually happy. And once your body is like away from that, I mean, your body doesn't know how to naturally do that anymore because you've gotten so used to the fact that you go turn to like weed, vapes, alcohol. And once that happens, I mean, you could get mad, sad, like you're so moody, it's like unpredictable. And then like that can affect your relationship with people because it's like once you don't have that, or when you're like high or drunk, like you could get aggressive with people you don't know how you get, and it's really harmful like for your family members, for your friends to see, because like I've seen that firsthand, and that pain is like crazy. Like I wouldn't want anybody to go through that, and it's just
Yeah, definitely. And then I have one more question. How have you seen the shift from like traditional smoking to like high tech devices like vaping? And how does teens view of that from smoking to high tech devices?
I feel like smoking is just like it seems disgusting just because you can actually smell the like how nasty all that stuff in there is, and then like vaping because they added flavors and stuff, like it smells good. It's like, ooh, that smells so good, I want to try that. And then like I think like it tastes good too, so people just like doing it. Like I asked a couple of my friends like, hey, why do you vape? Because I have friends that do that, and I'm like, why do you? Some people are like they do it because they like the sensation, like because it gives like them a little buzz from that nicotine or whatever is in it, and they say they like it because of that, because of the flavor. And I think that just like makes kids like it's like candy. They think it's like candy, and it's so easy to like get because people have their plugs and stuff, and they're like $30, and they're like, oh, not bad, just to get a hit.
Yeah, it's really just visually appealing. Like we were saying earlier, is that like vape shops, they look so colorful and appealing, and it's just like that draw just makes you like draw in to be like, oh, maybe I'll do it once, it won't hurt. And like the vapes are fun colors too. So they're like, oh, I can pick this color, and then like I can look at what my other friend's color is, and we can just compare. And like with what Angie was saying earlier about the games, like you can like compete with your friends with the games on the vapes. And it's just so insane to see how like normalized it is. It's like you're treating like a vape like it's a phone. Like it's something like casual that everybody has. But like yes, our phones are dangerous, but like our phones don't have all the same chemicals that you're putting into your body that vapes have. Like you really don't know what's in a vape at all. Like we can know like maybe like 10 ingredients are in it, but see like that's 10 things that are in it and you don't even know what they're doing to your body. Like what's gonna happen when you like smoke a cigarette, because we've seen how much research and how much damage it's been doing in the past generations as it's killed people, and it's become unnormalized. But now that the vapes are normalized, it's because it's seen as safer and like easier to access. Yeah, fun. And like truly, it's not. Like it's easier to access, yes, but we don't even know how much damage it is truly doing. Like the death toll from like vapes and drugs is going up in the younger generation, and it's being targeted towards the younger generation now more than ever.
Yeah, definitely. And do you guys have any more comments, questions, or concerns? Yes.
So, what do you think is like the most important way someone can go about trying to get out of a hole of addiction that they are in?
I will say, like, I feel like it's really hard to get out of that hole of addiction because the people that, get addicted to stuff, they've gotten so used to, like, turning to that stuff because it's like their comfort now. Because it's like they got so comfortable going to that when they feel sad or like when they feel any sort of emotion they don't want to feel, they turn to that. And it's like hard to come out that hole. But I feel like providing a really safe space for them would be very beneficial because it's like they need somebody to lean on when they're trying to detox from that because your body's not going to be used to that like first couple weeks. Like your body's going to, it's going to be so bad. Like you're going to try to flip out. You're going to try to go back to it. And some people do. Unfortunately, it's true. Like some people do go back to like drinking, smoking, all that stuff because it's what they're used to. But I feel like providing a safe space for them and being like making them comfortable, able to talk to you about how they feel, I feel like that would be like one thing that could help them try to come out that hole. And I feel like that'd be very, beneficial. And I feel like RIZE does that a lot,
Yeah,
They
definitely.
provide people to talk to,
Definitely. Thank you. That was actually great. RIZE is a great place to get coaching and understand that we want to try to make sure that to stop addiction before it starts and do so much in youth to make sure that we're not dealing with these drug and vaping things and trying to just stop it fully in youth. Yeah, definitely. All right. So we talked a lot about youth and vaping and the drug epidemic. That was so impactful of what we talked about, and I just want to like say to the viewers and say to you guys that like it's very beneficial of us getting here and talking about this because it not only understands that we all have like a clear mindset on like um, yes, youth do this, but we need to understand that like it's not good, and we need to make sure it stops. But also, so the viewers can see that like we know and Rise knows that it is something bad that is happening, and we just again need to stop it. So yeah,
Can I
totally.
have one last comment? And also, we want to know, like, we want y'all to know that, like, you're not alone in, like, your pain and your addiction. Like, and, like, even if you're not facing an addiction of, like, vaping or alcohol or anything, like, an addiction can be anything. And that, like, pain can just, like, dwell within you. So, like, you're not alone in that pain, and that pain can be used for good. So, really, you just have to look for that source of good within you.
Definitely.
Yeah. I agree with that. Like find something that inspires you, and then use that pain as fuel to go like do that instead of, turning it into something bad. Like I don't think here like we're trying to shame anybody for doing any of that cuz I mean, I don't think anybody's in a place to judge, but it's also like you can use that and fuel, do something else, help people out, help yourself out, help your family out, And you don't always have to turn to stuff that will harm you in the long run.
Definitely. I actually have one last question for you guys. So at Rise and at other places, we talk a lot about switching that addiction to something else that is good for you. So we talk a lot about like sports or like doing something. So in you guys' experience, I know you guys have a lot of background in experiencing the drug addiction world. What's you guys' experience with like the best method or your favorite method of switching that addiction out with something else?
I feel like going out and like going out with your friends or your family, like doing fun activities and stuff, like really help. Like, cause you're with people that you like, you love, you care about, and doing like fun activities, like playing sport or like going to an arcade or something. Like, I feel like that would be like really helpful because it's like you're with people you love and you care about, and you're having fun. And I feel like when you're in that like flow state of that, you're not thinking about like what else you could be doing and stuff.
Yeah. So my mom has actually been sober for almost 5 years now, and her big like recovery method has been hiking and going to do new experiences. So, like, get some friends that you know will be there to support you and not like a bad influence, and go do something you're passionate about and do something that makes you excited. For my mom, that's hiking. She loves the hiking. She loves the thrill from it. So just really like find that passion that you have and use it to find greatness.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, guys, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Yes, you too. Thank you, DJ.
Thank you.
Okay. So, DJ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a question.
Oh, what's your question?
So, why do you have a spoon?
Ooh, I think it's because we ate.
Oh.
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 Oh, clock it!
Oh.